Hmm. Hey, Rob. Realized I had no water. Market's gonna open real soon. Let's see what stuff looks like. All right, looks like there's the market open. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's down. GH, okay. Cyber, Qualys, Roku, Square down a little bit again. Not too bad. NASDAQ flat from yesterday. Panic sets in. With what, Rob? What's panicky, buddy? Grifols looks pretty good this morning. Let's get some volume. Oh, my water. Yeah. Well, when you come in here and talk for an hour, you need some water. All right, so there's Team Roku's down. Square's down. Cyber's flat. And New Skin down here today. Bad earnings, apparently. Norfolk Southern. That's a pretty good gap. Well before earnings. Not quite sure what that's about. Looking at Okta. Okta looks pretty good. Kind of down in its range. That's not too bad. Amazon down at lows. LK's rising in the charts right there. Let's go top down over here. Roku's down again today. Oh, I mean again today. Yeah, Roku's down a little bit this morning. Is what I should say. NSC down here. LK. Looking for Carvana. Carvana yesterday ended up towards the end of the day way down here at these lows, and I ended up taking a long on it all the way down on my trend line. So we'll see how this one goes. A little scary. I entered right about here on this little mini bull flag prematurely, mind you. Then we ended up with a high volume selling, so I'm not super into that at the moment, but that's Carvana maybe near a low. Funko past couple of days been moving up pretty good off these lows. Talked about this one living a little bit lower as well. All right, top down. So we got Pays. Man, Pays has been just super good. Griffles yesterday broke out from this little thing and kind of held above it most of the day. I think it closed underneath it, underneath the prior high, but that could get changing pretty quick here. KGKG still up there. LK Huya. Take Two Interactive looks maybe a little frisky this morning. It's not bad. Volume's a little light so far. Okta? Oh, thanks, Steven. Then why's it got a O? It's the freaking internet, man. Everything's literal. They should respell their name then. There's Take Two again. INCY, Qualys. Roku right back towards the highs. Bam. Qualys, Twilio. I missed my Funko run there. Can't get them all. OKE, an interesting one, but not really ready for prime time yet. Cyber, holding up there, still pretty good. Nothing crazy. Man, I like how aggressive Cisco has been lately. I like this higher lows are very high. And yesterday was one of the few so 2 red days in this whole entire move up. This one was, wow, 2 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 1, 2, 3, 4 red day. 1, 2, 3, 4 red day. So it could be an interesting place to try to pick up some Cisco. Disney really tight up here in the highs on the daily chart. Doesn't appear to be going anywhere quite yet, but maybe you can maybe try to pick at it as it goes lower, but we'll see. Square trying to pop up this morning. Twilio Cyber again. Netflix not doing so good this morning. ZTO also won't get going. That's a little bit of a shame. Carvana down 0.62%, so reversed on me this morning already. I still don't have a set of rules for those bottom buying plays. I need to get a set. Snap with a lot of volume right there. That could be interesting. Kiwi, not so hot. Norfolk Southern with a gap down. All right, so that's pretty much everything on the actionable list. At least Qualsys, Cyber, Square choppy around the flat. Roku doesn't quite know what it wants to do. These bars look a little bit, so far a little more like selling. It's going to take some more volume to come in here to really do something with it. Take a look at my watch list on the day. S-Gen, Seattle Genetics. Really great volume this morning. Price target raise. AVRO. Look at that volume yesterday. Wow. AG. Oh, missed out on that one. Wasn't on anybody's radar. It happens. ACB. ACB with a pocket pivot yesterday. Come on. Ah, what the... Man, you are laggy today. Look at that day yesterday. ACB pretty aggressive trying to get back up to that trend line. That's pretty good. iRobot price alert. Eh.
Sorry, I'm having trouble with the connection. Please try again in a moment.
Shopify. Not too bad here. Hmm. All right, Cyber. All right, Cyber coming back. Sorry, guys, just playing with screens and stuff. How's Tesla doing? Oh, someone mentioned Team. See what Alazian's doing. Cyber's up there 1.33%. All right, Team's also up there a little bit. We've got a little declining flag here. It's looking a little bit better. Pretty close to earnings. 7:25. Was that next Tuesday? Next Thursday. How's Roku doing? Choppy up here. Not too bad though. CYBR. Come on, CYBR. Of course, we want everything to move every day, don't we, guys? Can't ever take a pause. What do I got here? The only thing I really should be concerned with is Carvana, I think, at the moment. And Roku maybe a little bit as well. They're kind of limited time. I don't have a lot of time on these two. But Roku's July 26th. Yeah, just like next week. I don't like wide and loose there. That is not a good sign. And really down on my list here today. I wonder if I'm doing anything wrong by selling it. I sold half yesterday. Well, most of half. I give it a little bit of space. Okay, Huya pays Team Overstock Cyber. 110 yesterday, just under 110 acted as some pretty good support. Let's see if that holds today or not. C-Trip. ACB pays up there. Team. iRobot 164. That's looking pretty good. Oh no. No earnings though. I sold half of my Roku yesterday afternoon. Debating to sell the rest because I only have it until next week. So if this thing pulls in or even does one of these, I'm kind of SOL. I got pretty good gains on it at the moment too, so. Interesting waters to navigate. No real horrible options here, but nah, it's okay, Rob. All right, Cyber looks like it's topping out a little bit already this morning. KG. It's got to hold here. Got to hold here. Market up 0.16%. We were pretty flat yesterday until we kind of took a dive, and then not a bad day though. Bit of an outside day, but very small outside day. All right, shop still above on pretty good volume. We could try to continue rallying here. I don't have shop on my actionable list, huh? That's not smart. There we go. That's a pretty good morning. Roku 1.5, so it moved back down lower. I was trying to look for some support. Didn't really come up though. I just sold it right before that drop. Hopefully that was a good decision. My account balance seems to like it. That's pretty good. Well, that's probably the largest position I've had in a long time, and that almost probably got about 90% out of that. So I'm not mad. All right, let's go on the hunt for the next thing. Shopify looks like a candidate. KG, yeah, Overstock. Atlassian. Oh, Cyber. Oh, I own Cyber. I own a lot of Cyber. I own too much Cyber. Not too much of it continues going higher. I really, this was a good buy the other day. The way this farm's already shaping up looks to be like more consolidation. How's Square doing? Yeah, still consolidating up here towards these highs. Fine with me. Last 15%. Yeah, I guess I'm just kind of day trading around here. And of course, it's going to bounce right off where I sold it. Can't be mad at a gain like that, though. Yeah, Shopify is in a really good place. It's above the trend line right there. Pretty good volume this morning, too. Very, very large volume candles. Pretty expansive. This could be a nice one to buy maybe as it breaks through the high of the day here. Man, this thing's going to rocket, isn't it? And this looks like it's just itching to go. Yeah, KG. Yeah, not quite sure if we'll get there. It's got not a lot of volume this morning. Could just stall out, but it is kind of could chop around here for a minute. maybe a trend reversal, but hard to say exactly. Yeah, I don't know if I like the trade I'm about to pull the trigger on. I don't know if I like my Shopify trade here. Feels like I'm day trading. Maybe I should settle down a little bit. Man, that Pays chart is just hard to argue this. It's just going straight up parabolic. It's hard to say it's not going to have a massive pop. Look at this volume just building. Building, building, building. It's like one day you're just going to have one of these massive up days. Remember when we had like this day and this day? These were huge. Yeah, my rules are... I won't say lax because they're not really lax, but they're... I mean, like I don't have to trade right now. Maybe that's what I should do, is just not make a trade. I took a trade in this LK with too short. I took it with like a 4-day option, and then it didn't work out yesterday. It was a small trade, but I think I lost like $400. I'm like, $400 is a lot. I don't need to be playing with... Even those small trades now are getting pretty... That's a decent sized $400 loss. That's a decent loss. Percentage-wise, it's not much, but in the end, you get a bunch of those adding up. You're at $2,000 pretty quick, and you're like, okay. And that could not bode well for the overall account. Oh, there's Roku. Okay. I can get rid of that one. ZTO, Amazon, Sherman-Williams was looking pretty good. Netflix. INSG looking... INSG building a very nice little structure here. It's not bad. Yeah, that's the other thing, Rob, is when I had in 2017, when I had just a ridiculous run, I didn't trade that much. Like I did a decent amount of trading, but I probably during that 6-month stretch where I just made gobs of money, I probably only took like, I don't know, 30 trades, 20, 30 trades. Something like that, which wasn't bad at all. All right, someone mentioning NVIDIA. Let's see what they... Oh, yeah, look at that now. Kind of like a little mini cup and handle. Pretty decent volume, I guess. Yeah, Rob, but I'm at the point in my trading career where I'm like, okay, you've already made, I don't know, tens of thousands of trades. You know, I already know what I want to see in a chart. I already know what, for me, is a really clean setup. And I go heavy into those. I did pretty good on Roku. Like, that was a pretty clean trade. But yeah, there are some that don't work out. Those are the ones I need to take those really clean trades. So for me, it's about the trades you don't take. For me, like, yeah, it's about the ones that you don't take for me. I took a Tilray trade I probably shouldn't have taken. See, the pays trade is actually I did take that one. I just didn't hold it. Had topping signal, so I'm not mad at that one. Tilray trade I probably shouldn't have taken. Found Go one I probably should have taken. I was liking that. Your subconscious speaks to you too. You go, oh, I liked that one. Why didn't I do that? So it's kind of, it's a battle. It's a battle. Well, I made money on pays. I'm not too mad at pays at all. Um, but I would have made like 700+% on that trade, which I don't think I've ever had a stock up that much. My biggest gainer was like in the 200 something percentile, which is great, but it's not bad at all. I mean, like if you went back and look at the chart it pays, which is why I'm not really too upset about it. We had it down here somewhere, and then we had this big, huge pullback, and then I sold on one of those days. I think one of these 2 days. I don't remember exactly, but I think. So for me to hold on to that was nuts, and then I guess for me to expect this to continue a parabolic run, probably also a little nuts. So I can't say I made horrible decisions on pays. You're not going to get all of them by any stretch. So Square coming back. Let's see if we're going to stall out here. How's your volume today, Square? Pretty tiny. Teeny, teeny, tiny. All right, Dano over here is talking about NVIDIA. And that's a nice little setup right there. So I'm not really, let's go line up an NVIDIA trade. Where could we go with NVIDIA? Well, if it does pop up, you've got up here to 192, which is the prior high. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Rob. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't get back in. Sometimes it's a little difficult. I think that part takes a little bit more practices. Especially when like pays, you don't know for sure that pays is just gonna go, you know, ballistic. You don't know it's gonna go from 12 to 18 in like 2 or 3 weeks. That's a huge run. I guess the only thing we could have done a little better was just respect the chart a little bit more. You know, low volume down here. Um, it's one thing in crypto when I move down to the 2 hour and I have like a whole bunch of bars, but some of these ones that don't have a lot of history behind them, like pays here, like now I see it's low volume, even regardless of this volume pop. But I mean, here's another little entry place that could have got in on, but it is what it is. You can't, you don't beat yourself up. You just try to notice for next time because there's always a next time. I've been doing this like almost 20 years now. There's always a next time. Always, always, always. That's the good thing about stocks. Qualys is kind of holding up here above this guy. It's pretty good. Daniel added some Roku. Oh, it was probably yesterday. Wasn't today. Square up 0.65% is pretty good. I like the Square trade. Cyber's doing good up 2% here. Hopefully it can maintain up here. That would be that would be pretty good. All right, what were we lining up? A AMD trade, NVIDIA trade. Speaking of AMD, let's take a look at it. Not bad. All right, let's look at NVIDIA. Maybe setting up here to spike higher. Let's take a look at something we can do. Where's Eli? He was looking at NVIDIA. Looking definitely better here today. I like the lower volume, the higher volume up days. That's pretty good. Sitting right under the 200. If it pops above that, that could get some people interested again. Like I said, we got 192 up here to recent highs. That's not bad. About a 13-14% move. And going into January, you're looking at 44%, which is gangbusters if you want to give it. Saw a guy that says he gives his stuff 3 weeks. I'm like, 3 weeks for what? He probably just buys at the money. So let's see if we continue this trend line out. What are you doing here? Come on. There we go. We're looking out here at 192. 9.4. Oh, that's not bad. That's a double. That's a double at 9.4. Oh, look at all my guys who have kind of popped up there. That's pretty good. Where's Carvana? Probably way down in the dumps. Nope. Nope, 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 no, 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 not up. Okay, I lost it. Carvana, 0.73 down. I don't have it on here. Did I delete it? Wonder I. This was on the actionable list. Not in a good spot today, though. You gotta hold that low. Luckily, that's still in a pretty good spot. Okay, Cyber 2.14% right now. That's pretty okay. Moved up a little bit higher. Overstock 5%. Shopify got going. Huya, ABMD, Cyber. Cyber looks like it may be getting, maybe ready for another leg. I don't like the early pop this morning. Isn't super good for that. MJ, nice little bounce at the bottom. Look at that red spiky candle. I think it's on this day right here. Right there. Yeah, it's this one. And we've already kind of filling that gap right now on MJ, so that's good. Okay, Funko is just doing great. Atlassian, Qualys, ServiceNow. Maybe another nice little add-on point for ServiceNow. Snap snapping back. Some good volume this morning. Another big truck running around the neighborhood. Take two, match. Yeah, Rob, go ahead. Constellation Brands looking pretty good there on the daily. Look at that nice bull flag. Okay. Well, first of all, don't see an Edward Jones advisor. Something and just not sitting. Yes, this is going to be a lengthy question. Um, I mean, what? So in the end, if someone came to me with that question, I would ask them what their goals were, what their financial. Well, I guess first of all, I would ask what their financial situation was, and then I would ask, what their goals were. Did they want to? I don't know if she's in a situation, and you can keep typing if your question is going off in a different direction. But ask what her goals were, what she wanted, um, to do with the money. Was she in a situation where she had to pay off a house? Is she in a situation where she's looking to get some long-term care? Like my dad, I don't know how old your mom is. My dad's 73, just moved into kind of a longer-term care facility. He's perfectly fine. He's not, but he's just thinking about later stages in life and is putting a bunch of money into that thing. So I would start there and ask her what her goals are. I don't know about popping it in a CD. It's okay to have it sit cash for a month while you make a plan. I don't know if he gets paid off of putting her in that. I really don't like a lot of financial advisors. I'm thinking about becoming one, actually. Kind of a fee-only type of an advisor. There you go. Cyber still looking pretty good up there, about 2%, holding those highs pretty good. Grifols, Etsy, EPAM. Man. Crazy. Square stalling out at that trend line. Yeah, see, I don't think it takes a tremendous amount of time to come up with a financial plan. Not really. I mean, if you have an outlying circumstance where you're dealing with taxes and you're dealing with all kinds of crazy stuff, um, I think it could be a situation where you need to talk with a CPA, maybe set up some trusts and things of that nature. Outside of that, um, if you're just getting money and figuring out where to put it, I don't think that's an extraordinarily long conversation. I also don't think that she doesn't have a 401k that's necessarily a disqualifier for her investing. She does need to gain some education. Um, but I mean, outside of that, I don't think it's. I mean, I get maybe it's just because I'm not very intimidated by this stuff. And usually, some of the people that I talk to about it, um, some of them are just everyday folks. Like I got a friend, Eric, that just does not invest, just doesn't. So I don't talk to him about investing. But if you're going to go seek information, I think you should be given some information. I think there should be something. There should be a teaching component. Dave Ramsey has his SmartVestor Pro that he does. She can try to find one of those people, and I would have her talk to a few. Oh, that sucks. Rob, do it in Slack, dude. You don't gotta do it up there. You can throw it in Slack, buddy. Yeah, I'm not anti-Slack in this thing. I can also talk while you type. Now, like I said, buddy, you can put it in Slack. Well, so here's about the TQQQ. I've been kind of like I said, I've been mulling over kind of starting a kind of an advisory firm type of situation, and I've actually mulled over this question. Um, Getting in and out of the TQQQ, you have to do that. She probably is not going to be in the position to make a lot of those decisions. Um, she probably doesn't even want to. I mean, I don't know. You have to ask your mom if that's something that she was going to do or not. Um, it's a great position to be in a lot of times. Oh, she's only 55. Okay. Okay. Sold her house, so she's got no debt. So is she renting right now or is she I'm probably just going to type for some of this. Yeah, see, I'm kind of a holistic money person. It's not always an investing first mentality. You got to make sure that you're, like, see, I'm 40. I'm going to have my house paid off in 10 years. So, and my solar too when that gets going there. So, I think you got to have, yeah, I would get her on a path to, yeah, there's a choice. I kind of someone asked a question on Quora that I thought was interesting, and he said, should I invest if I don't have a lot of money? And so I don't know what your mom makes annually, but what I told the guys, I'm like, look, you're always investing. Just depends on what you're investing in. So for probably a year. Oh, okay. So you're asking about shorter term money placement. Okay. Shopify definitely better. I don't know about that. Hold on a second. Yeah, Rob, most money managers are going to tell you to put money in a CD. You can get some CDs with decent interest rates on the terms of 2 or so percent. There's alternative lending strategies that you can go through to get you more. Um, I think usually the general thing with that is to keep the principal, um, relatively safe as well as get some kind of a return on it. See what 3, 4. And yeah, it's always a safe bet just to say use a CD. And it's a good vehicle, but so let's do high return CDs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, they're going to cut rates too. Those CDs aren't going to be yielding that much. Uh, let's see what the thing about the TQQQ is yeah, I was thinking some dividend stuff. That's kind of what I was leaning towards there a little bit, but ease into it. Yeah, I don't know her temperament. Maybe that could be a good decision if she's a little bit. I mean, is she skittish on what to do with the money? Because you don't want to make her uncomfortable. Then she's just gonna flip out. She's gonna worry all the time. I mean, the market's doing good. I don't think there's a huge risk of. I mean, we're already in the middle of the trade war. You can get another rounds of tariffs if things go wrong. That's our main problem right now. The Fed's going to be, very market friendly going forward. So I don't think there's any major reasons to be overtly risk averse at this stage in time. I mean, she could do an index fund. She could do, a number of things. I mean, if she just wanted to do just a standard index fund, she could get 5 or 6% this year plus dividends. Even if she didn't do a TQQQ, you could always look into something like that. Yeah, it's quite a bit of money. Um, that's right. What's BTC doing this morning? I thought it was basically flat from yesterday, wasn't it? Oh, it's popped up a little bit. Yeah, go all in Bitcoin for the next year. She'll be good to go. What is it doing? Oh, it looks like we finally found some volume. The 9,600 level right now. Litecoin pop. That's bullish. Oh, look at that. We were flat all overnight. RSI rising. Ever throw some. Go all in on Litecoin, Rob. I like that. Litecoin looking pretty good right there. Look at that VA tool all over the place. Yeah, I'd have to look around a little bit, Rob. I mean, I wish there was kind of a safer option she could get like 4 or 5% on. I think that would be good. And then, she's only 55, so she's got at least 10 years until retirement. So that's a good amount of time for that to grow. Um, Now, I'm not sure if that's. I'm not sure. Is that in a retirement account or is that just in a cash account? Because if you have taxes to worry about on the growth, she could start backdooring some of that into a Roth IRA or just an IRA of some kind. She could move the money into a tax preferred account, and that would be good for her longer term. She can use some of that money in about a year or so as a down payment on a condo. Let's say she's gonna, like, I don't know where housing is. Yeah, but she's not going to on $200,000. That's the thing. That's gonna have to go up by 5 times for her to really have a shot. You can probably get a 4 or 5% return and live off of that money, which is $50,000 a year. But she's got to get to that million mark first to do that. All right, shop going for highs. In a savings account? She has $200,000 in a teacher's credit union savings account. That's the worst vehicle she could put it in. So she can put it somewhere. She needs to put it somewhere. She needs to get it out of there. Okay, so it's not in a tax preferred account. Yeah, she's got to have an overall plan and an overall goal here, and then she's got to work towards that, whatever that is. That's not for it's not for me or anyone else to say. But she's got in my opinion, I would think she's got to have a plan for retirement at 55, and she could start doing 5,000 or 5,500 into a Roth IRA. I don't think she can do a 6,000 Roth IRA limits. Okay, 50 or older can't. So she can do 6,500. So she can do 6,500 into a Roth IRA, and I believe 15,000 into a traditional IRA. And I would take advantage of both of those immediately, and I would do that for sure. And then she can just put those into an index fund. I mean, if she's going to start retirement funds, there's no use in waiting. If you did want to do a portion of her account in a TQQQ or something like that to give her a little bit of a turbocharge, yeah, maybe do that. Do about 25% of the account. Maybe just manage the Roth for her. That would be about a 33%. Actually, no, that'd be 25% of the overall. You're looking at 20. Oh, it's something like that. So you're going to be max for IRA. Anyway, you see where I'm going here. I would, yeah. So older 50, you can do 7,000. So she can do 7,000 into a Roth, which is good, and then she can do an traditional IRA. Let's see what the limits are these days. Rollovers, deduction, contribution limits. Here we go. Where the hell? You're just talking about Roths. For 2019, your total contributions to all of your traditional and Roth IRAs cannot be more than 7,000. What are you talking about? You can do more than 7,000 to a traditional IRA. Where are these limits? No, IRA. I wasn't in topics. I was in IRAs. Why? They're only showing me Roth IRA. Required minimum distributions. I thought it was like $16,000 or $17,000. Cyber's doing pretty good. Yeah, look, you want to get it working. You have a lot until the end of the year, but we probably will have another rally or two before the end of the year. So yeah, I agree. Get the money working at least in the Roth IRA. That's something that's automatic because the Roth, if it makes money, she's not going to pay taxes on the gains. So if you take $7,000, which that will increase, so she's going to do that over the next 10 years. That's going to be $70,000. And let's say, well, here, let's get an investment calculator in here. You could run some of these numbers at her too. I think I had an investment calculator on here somewhere. Yeah, compound interest. I do this for my kids. So you can show her this. So let's say you do 7,000 today, and you're going to do, you could do a monthly edition. You get a lot of fees that way. Do an annual edition with another $7,000. Let's say you get 15% out of the TQQQ on an annual basis. This is just for the Roth. And you're going to grow it. So 55, 65, say for 12 years, 67 I think is a comfortable retirement age. They're also going to raise it over the next couple of years. So it may be more like 15 years. So that's $400,000 based on $112,000 over the next 15 years. So you can see right there that's going to get her a good amount. That's going to get her a good amount towards that 1 million, so she can have at least 500,000. And then if you take that, let's say you take 394, 185. Whoops. And you multiply that times so let's say you withdraw money out of there. You're going to do it by 10%. That's $34,000, $39,000 tax free. She's going to have at her disposal. And she can you can balance that between two accounts too. So this is the tax preferred account, the Roth IRA, and then if you go into a normal taxable account, I think she can do like 17,000. I'm just going to put that number in there, and she's going to do another 17,000 for the next 10 years, and that's going to get, if she's going to put that in an index fund, she'll probably get, let's just do like 7.5%. So that's going to grow into $497,000. So there's almost $1 million right there. So she can take a little bit more out of the TQQQ account, and then she can just kind of let this continue to build, maybe until she has to do distributions, and from there's a lot more that can be done too. Because if, let's say you're going to save for a house, let's say you got 200,000, every year you're going to take out 26,000. Oops. So she's left with 174 the first. She's going to be, so after 10 years, actually 10 years would fully exhaust that 200,000 on that clip. So, she's going to have to stop contributing to one fund or the other, and I guess that comes up to how it's performing. At the same time, maybe she wants to save 50,000 for a down payment of a house. So she has 150,000 at that point. So I think that's probably how I would approach that. In terms of taxes, that's very important. I would get with a CPA and kind of see if she's going to have to pay taxes on it or not. Yeah, but like I said, you were thinking the same thing. You could take a portion of that, and if you want to manage some of that for her, as Shopify gets going, I didn't buy it. If you want to manage some of that for her, I think that's great. Just make sure that if you're going to do the TQQQ, I do that based on distribution day count and how the leadership is doing. But you want to stay in the market as much as you possibly can. This isn't something you trade once a week. I mean, we've done what? It's been almost a year now since we had that. About 9 months, and we've made, 4 trades? 4 trades? So, so with the retirement fund, I mean, if she wants to put the rest, if you want to put the rest into an index fund, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because you could do index fund dividends. I think you just want to make sure you can get something with a dividend in terms of an index fund, because that's at least going to guarantee you like 3%. So you can do a little bit of research into kind of how that works. But because I actually don't really invest for dividends, but I mean, ideally you'd be an index fund and you would get all the dividends that go along with it. I'm not quite sure how that works. So do a little research on that front. Yeah, and then I would definitely put. So you said she got a car. That's fine, but I would definitely make a plan. See, here's the thing. You don't want to go back into a 30. She's 55. You don't want to do a 30-year mortgage. You want to get her into a 15-year mortgage, or less. I mean, I don't know where you live, but it's up to her where she's going to choose to live, obviously. But I would get her into something where she's going to have some stability in her, because obviously renting, like you said, she doesn't know where she's going to end up. That's fine. She doesn't have to know. She can take her time with some of this stuff. But in time, she's not going to want to be renting all the time. She's going to want to get a smaller place, some she can maintain maybe. It's up to her. But yeah, I would definitely set some aside so she has a pretty robust down payment, and get that thing on a 10 or 15-year mortgage, something that she can pay off in her working lifetime, so that when she does retire, and let's say she gets that, Southern Cal, yeah, well, I don't know about that. Have her move to Arizona. It's really hot, but you can buy a condo here for $200,000. But yeah, so she's gonna have to find a place that she can live at and afford and have it paid off. Because if she's got a paid off car and a paid off house, she's gonna be able to do a lot with $40,000 a year. So don't worry about the housing market. You know, you've got to sleep every night, so make sure she's got a place to lay her head. That's all. And so she's living with her sister right now. That's cool. Just have her stack cash. That's what I would do, is just continue to stack cash as much as she possibly can. Cyber's setting up really good here today. Yeah, so did somebody pass away, Rob? Or oh, look at MongoDB. All right, Square looks like it's setting up pretty good intraday too. Oh, one of your earnings got them coming up here in a little bit. Okay. All right, guys, time flies here. Looks like I got to get going. Having fun talking to Rob, and oh, there's Carvana. Way the F down there at the bottom. Oh, that's Ameren. Yeah, it's not very good. Gotta ditch that position. All right, guys, well, I'm going to get out of here. Have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe out there. And good luck, Rob. Let me know if you need anything. Hit me up in Slack, whatever you need. All right, man. Have a good day. Bye-bye.